Hi, we are back. Thanks for staying with us. I'm joined in studio now by two executives with a company called Cavitation Technologies. Their stock symbol is CVAT. To my far left is Dr. Jerry Bailey. He's a board member with the company. Jerry, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
And with us again this week is Neil Voloshin. Of course, you're the Chief Operating Officer and Chief Financial Officer of the company. Good to see you again.
Good to be back.
And we had a fascinating discussion last week, Neil, about the company's fluids processing technologies and the various applications involved. Tell us again what the company does.
Sure. We've been in business since 2007, and the core principle behind our technology is hydrodynamic cavitation. Our company builds and designs devices and systems that could be utilized or applied to multiple industries that process fluids and liquids. And conceptually, to understand what we do, the fluids or molecular structure in fluids will break to nanoparticles. And this process allows for considerably greater efficiency and cost-effective solution to what's available today in the market space. Again, processing fluids and liquids. The company spent about $12 million in research and development. We have over 20 patents issued in the United States and abroad. Our business model is really evolved around building strategic relationships with large OEMs, or we can call them strategic partners. And this allows us to maintain low cost of operations, low inventory, really focus on developing new technologies and applications. And strategic partners that are considerably larger than we are really bring our technology and products to the world, and much faster integration.
Well, it's very exciting. Now, Jerry, the company has developed highly scalable systems which allow biodiesel producers to produce a higher quality product while eliminating harmful chemicals. You have to tell us about that. That's fascinating.
Well, it is fascinating because biodiesel is really taking off. I mean, it is getting very attractive around the world, and it's really picking up speed. And with that speed, there needs to be better ways to improve the quality as well as the rapidity of being able to complete the transactions and the reactions. And that's one thing that we've been able to work with. The cavitation provides us the ability to improve the yields, to improve the quality, to speed up the activity so the reactions take place in a shorter time span. So all these things give us a very good niche and a leading, I feel, technology in being able to make biodiesel, which is a highly now needed and regarded quality product.
You know, fellas, it kind of reminds me of the old BASF commercials from the 70s and 80s where they said that we don't make the product, but we make the product actually better. That's kind of what you do.
Hey, I like that analogy. No, that is a good analogy. We are not making products, but we are helping the people that have that technology of the chemical portion of it by using our physical manufacturing capabilities to use the cavitation, which has been around a number of years, but it's replacing now with the old style of just mixing things. So cavitation is, we're helping people make their product better, actually.
Well, of course, not only fuel, which is extraordinarily important in today's world, but water is just quintessentially important, so to speak. And you've put out substantial resources in research and development, patenting, designing, and testing. You call it your cavitation electrocoagulation system for wastewater treatment. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's it's kind of a fancy name or a long term, but wastewater is that is a subject now that affects everybody, and it's getting more attention around the world because of the need for recovery of wasted water. What we do in our process, water, as many people may know or should know, is that it's so full of many different contaminants, chemicals, toxins, all kinds of stuff. Using electrocoagulation, which is nothing more than taking an electrical charge to change the ionic structure of particles, and it makes them separate out and fall to the bottom of a vessel. And from there, then we can take the resulting cleaner material, run it through the cavitation technology, which again goes down to the molecular scale and breaks up all the remaining molecules and rearranges them so that the water comes out much better and of all different grades of improvement.
So basically any industrial application that produces a wastewater product from their process, you can help clean up with your cavitation system.
Exactly. It's a tool to be added on to take into effect cleaning up things, and there are so many different deals that need that help. And one of the biggest things is the ballast water that comes out in vessels. Whenever they are in port, they have to discharge this water.
Right.
And there's now regulations by the U.S. government and most governments around the world to clean that up. And our system can do that. That's probably billions of dollars, maybe $5 or $6 billion in sales a year just needed to do that type of stuff. So cleaning up wastewater from hydro uses in fracking in the oil industry to just industrial water waste in normal process, these all would be adaptable to what we can do on the wastewater.
It would seem to me, just judging by what you just said, that there's really myriad applications for your water treatment technology.
Well, there is, because if you think of all the places that you use water, and probably something around no more than 10 or 15% of wasted water is actually then recycled and reused. Most of it is literally wasted. So the market is huge in what can be applied for the good of all of us, you know, for civilization because of the water issues, and particularly in so many countries that's in bad shape already. We can make it better and make it potable for people to live with. So it's a great deal.
Now, Neil, of course, we're telling the world about the company and everything that you do, and I know you're going to New York, I think, next week to present at an investor conference. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes, Jerry and I are flying to New York next week. We're going to be attending Sidoti Conference. It's one of the premier conferences that are covering space for micro caps, and we would like to tell our story. I mean, this is a great forum, great conference, and just like when you interview us, we discuss it with greater audiences throughout the country. I would like to have our message delivered.
Now, what is the expectation you're having from the conference? Are you looking to get more people interested in the company? You're trying to attract fundraising? What is basically your purpose?
Primarily, we have enough financing in the company and generating cash flow today. We are not seeking necessarily to raise any additional capital.
Good.
What we're really looking for is the exposure for the company. The story has to be heard, and like I said, that's the medium that we have, and Jerry and I are going to be presenting.
Well, we look forward to hearing the results of that trip. Again, the company is Cavitation Technologies. CVAT is their stock symbol. Dr. Jerry Bailey, Neil, again, fascinating company. We're really looking forward to continuing this series and learning more about you.
Great. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.